give you that love back tenfold.
Somebody once described a greyhound to me as the ultimate couch potato.
Oh, you know, and unfortunately that's such a popular cliche, but there's no way to describe a greyhound but that. They are a 40-mile-an-hour to 0 couch potato.
Okay, what are the needs of a greyhound that are different than, say, my Porty?
Well, greyhounds are, you know, even though they're a large dog, and some people think they're a fragile dog because of their body structure. Well, greyhounds are a lot different from other breeds of dogs. They have aside from like Rottweilers and Shepherds and Labs and that, they have a bit of a smaller bladder than other breeds of dogs. Greyhounds' organs have actually been matched with one of a cat. That really the only thing that's really larger on them is their heart and their lungs, but their bladders are a little bit smaller. So like if you were to adopt a retired race greyhound, you need to you know, in a house for about 6.5, 7 hours during the daytime, it's kind of a stretch for them to hold
their urine.
Their urine and stuff. So you need to get them out at least every 6.5 to at the most 7 hours, or you are going to walk into a potential accident when you get home. During the night, I have 15 greyhounds in my house. I do have a 5-acre farmette very far from here. I do have 15 greyhounds in my house. Most of them are adoption misfits, so I ended up not placing them anymore. They just came into my house and took over my place. But during the night, they're good for 8-10 hours. Mm-hmm. Everyone's sleeping, you're in a darker room, and everyone knows that it's bedtime. But during the day, because of their bladder size, they do need to be let out a little bit more often than other breeds of dogs.
They need to be protected from weather as well, don't they?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're talking about a dog that, when we get them from the track, have a 3 to 4% fat content. So they're very susceptible to hypothermia. They're very susceptible to heat stroke. So our main rule of thumb is whatever's comfortable outside for you in a t-shirt is comfortable for a greyhound. If it's cold outside and you let them out in the backyard, or you have to walk, if you let them out in the backyard, if you stand outside the back door with your t-shirt on and you need to get inside because it's that cold, that greyhound needs to be inside at that same time. And the same thing with heat. You get them out, if you get them out in the hot weather, get them out to do their duties, get them back in the house, because within 20 minutes of 80, 85 degree and humid heat, it does start to wear on their body.
I used to explain to people that greyhounds are pretty much like thoroughbred horses, that the blood vessels are very close to the surface so that they can cool when they run, and therefore they are...
Yeah, everything is close to the surface, and because of the fat content, they have no buffer to protect their organs from the heat. So the sun hits their skin, hits the vessels, the hot blood starts getting into their system, and within minutes you can have a downed greyhound of heat exhaustion.
Okay. What is a sight hound? Why are they different?
Well, sight hounds, their primary sense is their sight. So if you do adopt a racing greyhound, you have to keep them either inside of a controlled area, which means a backyard that's completely fenced in, gates closed and locked, or they need to be on a leash outside of a controlled area, because these are dogs that once they're let loose, once they have no restraining on them at all, if they see these are dogs that can see a squirrel on a half-mile flat plain. Once they set their sights on that squirrel, they're off. And if there's a street or a road or anything that have cars going by, they do not